lovers, the moon is a thing of beauty. But to this man it is a deadly curse. When the moon is full, this miserable wretch turns into a hairy, snarling half-man, half-beast. Prowls the night, his fangs thirsty for human blood. He is a werewolf.
Hello, and welcome to the Werewolf by Night podcast. I'm Matt Howell.
I'm Jacob Balcom.
Thanks for joining us this week, listeners. This is part 2 of our conversation with Michael Giacchino. We were having such a good time talking to him that it went out to almost 3.5 hours, so we broke it up. The last episode last week was just the interview talking about Michael and the special he did for Werewolf by Night. And this episode is us actually getting around to talking about Iron Man number 209. So enjoy. So we did save this for you.
Yes.
Because we know you love Ren fairs and
so
Iron Man.
Evil. That's evil. Yes. If I'm not sitting at my desk writing or making movies about werewolves, I'm at the Ren Fair. Yes, that's
everyone knows that. That's common knowledge, Michael.
Okay.
Yes, so I mean,
Okay, so this is cover dated August of '86. Last time we saw Jack was February 86 in West Coast Avengers number 5. So not too long ago, the werewolf stuck his claws inside of Iron Man's eye holes and mouth hole and raked him to the point where he needed stitches, which made me thrilled because I
so happy.
Love to hate Tony Stark. This cover here is kind of an oddball one as far as the color palette, but there's this yellow sky, there's orange Ren Fair tents, a purple earthen hand is coming out of the ground, grabbing onto the werewolf who looks like he's a desiccated corpse with a strawberry blonde wig on.
Yeah, what is going on with that? If you zoom in on that, I'm like, what?
It's horrifying.
So weird.
It looks like it's something in Ed Gein's house.
And it looks like he's got hair and not just like he's actually got a head of hair. It's weird.
It's so weird.
I know. It's weird. And the way she's pointing this ray or whatever this stuff is, and she's not even pointing towards Iron Man. It's just like, I don't know, this whole thing.
She's driving a new vehicle named Lissa in this issue, but so in the foreground,
I think that they renamed her Lissa.
Yeah,
did they really?
Okay.
Not in this one. No. In the last one, they did. They tried to retcon it and have her be Lissa. But thank God, one of the one good things about this issue is they did go back to Lissa.
Yeah, so whoever.
Good for them.
Yeah, they didn't
continuity.
They didn't drink this time.
Yeah, so in the foreground here, we have Iron Man in a less offensive version of his silver outfit than his GoBot version.
Yeah,
and he's flying down into Morgan Le Fay's magic blast, which is just kind of an orgasmic green explosion. It's a little bit of a mess. Weird. I like it. Okay. I mean, this is by Dwayne Turner and Scott Williams. I like the idea of like technology meets magic. That's always an interesting thing for me. And that's why Dr. Doom's always been kind of cool because he's mastered both. But yeah, I don't know. This looks a little, Jack looks unfinished.
Like what is all this stuff swirling around Iron Man? Explain this to me. Like that, what is that?
It looked like some kind of enchantment to me. Like that's part of what Morgan is supposed to be shooting up at him. But
but it doesn't look connected, right? It doesn't look connected to what she's doing. Not at all. So it's like, I don't know. It's like a multi-plane camera that wasn't quite working. Yeah, it's weird.
No, so the artist Dwayne Turner, like he kept pretty busy at Marvel throughout the 80s and 90s. He did a lot of stuff, and he's pretty good. I think his biggest job later on, he would illustrate like a large chunk of Curse of the Spawn over at Image, something I didn't read. Yeah. But he did a ton of stuff of that series. And people really seem to like it. So yeah, that seems to be what he's most known for.
The figure is actually pretty cool on Iron Man. That's a pretty badass, that's great. It's just everything else. Yeah, no, for sure. It's like he did that and then said to the guy who was emptying the trash cans, could you finish this? Yeah. I have to go. I'm supposed to be at Kung Fu Theater. I gotta go. Could you?
Yep. That's fair. That's very fair.
I'm doing research. Michael. Yeah. Come on.
So yes, of course, in the interest of time, we'll jump to the opening page.
Let's go. Here we go. Boom.
So this issue opens with a prologue entitled "A Dream of Camelot."
Oh God.
So the opening narration reads, "In the final year of the reign of King Arthur, the dream is dead. Darkness settles over the blessed land, bringing an age of heroes to its destined end."
Can I just say one thing?
Yep. Please.
Making anything is really hard, so I want to acknowledge that, and I don't want to. I hope no one takes what I say here tonight again, about some of what we're going to look at as anything but fun. So anyway, just going to say that. So kudos to everyone who involved in this issue. We'll just give that up front. Anyway, Go ahead. Nice
preamble. We'll just three white guys having fun.
Yes,
yeah, that's
exactly.
Right. No, yeah, like you said, comics are hard. We get that.
I get that.
Yes, making anything. Yes, it's terrible. So,
love comes first, laughter comes second.
Yeah.
Yes.
So not a lot of love or laughter on this page because Morgan Le Fay is being dragged into this castle by a pair of knights and strapped down to the stone slab. She's rightfully asking, like, what right do you do this? And then we get a big reveal. Merlin strolls in and says, by right of vengeance, my lady. So by this time, Morgan realizes that Merlin is really pissed and means business.
I thought that was Kirk Thatcher.
I thought that was Edgelord Santa until she said his name.
Edgelord Santa or Kirk Thatcher. Yeah, no, I get that. And again, as far as, so Bob Sharon is the colorist on this issue. And as far as his colors go, I'm not quite sure I dig the color of Morgan's lips here. Like, no. I know last time we saw her bones were turned to dust, if I'm correct. But she's a child of fairy. She's half fairy.
She's half fairy.
She's not a cashier at Hot Topic. So I didn't quite understand exactly the weird.
Potato.
Right.
Yeah, like just it's a very weird. There's some weird coloring choices in here. I'm just gonna say that.
Not to mention some other weird choices in here. But I think we got to acknowledge this because this is like,
Yep. Well, that goes right into your page there, Matt.
This is. I've grown up with the concept of Merlin from many different writers and takes on it, and this is not one I'm familiar with. This weird kind of rape lord, whatever this is. But he's just telling her, you started this war with Arthur and all these people, and this is all your machinations that caused this, and all the blood flow, shed here, and she says, then kill me and be done with it, and this knight slaps her, says, silence, witch. And she's like, wow, your lackey's as adept at, as Arthur at striking a blow against helpless foes. And he's like, oh, he holds back the knight's hand. Hold, Sir Tristan. Is this the Tristan, like Tristan in Isolde or whatever that Isolde?
In Isolde, yeah. I mean, it seems to be, and if it is, wow.
But he's like a cop. He's like a modern LA cop who just wants to take this chick apart. Like,
Merlin's the sergeant. Yeah, I know. This is
really scary.
This
weird.
Prologue is really terrifying because on the next page, Merlin says that he can't kill her because she's a child of the fairy. Instead, he says he does an enchantment. He says, by this dust I bind thee, woman, dust to dust, with an enchantment complete, and compel thee to breathe it deep. She breathes in this enchantment, and then he says, it's done. You are bound to this castle, Morgan Le Fay. Make of it thy home forever. And so we kind of saw this a little bit in Spider-Woman 50. Matt, I was wondering if your chronology was going nuts in your head, because we're kind of seeing the spell that binds her to this castle, which we already saw was already in effect in Spider-Woman 50, which was, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, Marvel time. So that was confusing.
So this takes place before the events of the flashback of Spider-Woman 50.
Oh my God.
Figure that one out. And so they're about to leave, and she says, Merlin, you can't leave me chained. And he says, why not? Cold iron drains your mystic might. You're half fairy. Then he says, and fear not, my lady, you'll not be left alone. You'll be in most capable hands, which is Sir Tristan. I don't understand. We talked about this a little bit. I don't understand what is happening, which is basically, I mean, Merlin sanctioned rape in a weird way. So
it's like real abuse. It's really bizarre.
It's horrifying. It's fucking horrifying. So this writer, I'm going to talk a little bit about this writer when we get to the credits, but Dennis Mallory, he didn't write very much for Marvel. He only did like 4, I think, actual comics. He was in charge of OHOTMU, the official handbook of the Marvel Universe. He did a lot of that with the artist of this issue, Dennis Hoberg. But I wonder if, and like we were saying, this is 1986. This does not seem like something that Jim Shooter, as editor-in-chief, should allow at all.
No.
So I imagine that he was not a lot of people looking at this book, maybe. Yeah. And maybe when Shooter saw kind of what got through, he's just like, okay, you're not going to be doing this anymore.
Maybe that's why it's all in bright colors. Could you imagine if this thing were colored in really like noir, dark? Oh my God.
Noise and zipatone.
Even more just like, disturbing.
Sleaze.
Yeah, but honestly, I mean, out of all the issues that we have read a lot of issues of Marvel Comics on this podcast. This is the most disturbing and kind of weirdly shocking. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how this was allowed to go through. So, Matt, you get the next page.
Yes. So Merlin's just saying, hey, times are tough for everybody right now. We got to be tough on everybody. You and your cursed nephew Mordred, who we're going to meet in season 5 of this show when we're Bronze Age monsters. So he's leaving this woman to be attacked. He's like, the age of chivalry is dead. And I was like, wow, it's usually the age ends in hindsight. Like, wow, that was really when that stopped. But he's like calling it like, no, chivalry right now, dead. All right, enjoy your time, Tristan. And it's no accident that this guy looks like Tony Stark, because this is going to come into play later.
Well, look at what he says. It's so weird what he says.
"Milady, forgive me, but I cannot promise to be gentle now." And she screams, "No, you cannot. I." And this long, piercing scream goes across the gutters into another panel. And we see Lissa wake up in bed. She says, "I am Morgan." No, I'm not. And Jack comes rushing in the room. He's like, "What's wrong?" She says, "These dreams, they keep getting worse. It's all I could do to wake myself up." And he's like,
"I'd love to listen to you, but I forgot there's a full moon."
He's like, "Wait a minute, this is my book." Hey, there are times you have to confront your nightmares, Lissa. And then he opens up the curtains. He's looking at the moon, making it about him. If I've learned anything these past few years, I've learned that there are worse things under the moon than dreams. Her hair's the wrong color, by the way. She looks like Topaz, which mentally threw me the entire issue.
Yeah, I know.
She's supposed to be an auburn blonde.
Yeah, she is supposed to be auburn, technically. She is not Topaz. But I got to say, after that awful fucking prologue, I'm really excited that we're immediately, there's Jack and Lissa. We haven't seen Lissa in, I don't know how long, long time.
Since she was Lissa.
Yeah.
Since that weird Marvel premiere, like 81 maybe, or...
Yeah, so it's great to see the both of them, but yeah, it's kind of a fucked up prologue.
But imagine the music build on that last panel at the bottom. Yeah. As he's saying, it's just like growing and growing and growing, and then bam, lands on that next page.
So I don't know who this Dennis Maloney is, but I don't think they get this 20 minutes in credit sequence like they're Cassavetes or something. What is this?
Yeah, I know. I didn't understand that either. So yeah, we finally reached the opening page, which is the story called A Renaissance of Magic. And
brilliant. It's brilliant.
That sounds like some radio ad, right?
It's
going to the...
it's going to be the name of my new band. It's going to be my new band.
It's a Renaissance of Magic. Tweeters for a buck.
Great.
I'm going to have fire come out of my hands.
Fits you so perfectly, as we know. So the opening page. Okay, so our cast of creators are Dennis Maloney, writer, Rick Hoberg, penciler. We have 3 inkers who are just by their last names, Aiken, Garvey, and Geiger. We've realized in the past that when you have 3 inkers, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
That means that something went horribly wrong scheduling wise, and that these quit. 3 or they quit, and these 3 guys were given like 24 hours to ink this issue. So all right, we got Dick Parker, letterer, Bob Sharon, colorist, who we've seen before.
Rick.
Yes,
just saying.
Did I not say Rick Parker?
I thought you said Dick.
No, I said Rick Parker.
Rick Parker.
Bob Sharon. Yeah, Michael Higgins is the managing editor. We have Mark Grunwald. So Mark Grunwald is editor. Like, how the fuck did he let this pass him? Like, we love Mark Grunwald. He should have had some influence.
How many
here.
Comics would he have been looking at this time? And
That's true. And so he's also writing a pretty good Cap run at this point that is very loved. So I guess, I mean, I'm not going to shit on him, but it's still.
But maybe there was like he'll be like this. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, and then we got Jim Shooter as the EIC, and so the opening page, we open on Iron Man kind of soaring through the sky, explaining how he's going to be incommunicado for a while due to a pressing engagement. I think he's talking to Mockingbird, and we find out on the next page what that engagement is.
Can I say something funny? I mean, it might be funny. It was funny to me. Sorry, I was looking at this environment he's flying over, and I was like, God, that looks like the canyon we went through to meet Michael for lunch, where he got car sick. And then I looked up where this Renfest is. It is literally adjacent to Malibu. It is right where we were. Yes.
Oh my God.
Angora.
Agora.
Right.
Yeah, that is where they're at.
I screenshot that thing when they mentioned Agora, and I sent it to Andrea. I was like, hey, look what's next door.
So you see Jacob almost throwing up if you look really close and squint.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's so many twists and turns. I'm not used to riding in the back seat. Matt, I did keep it together though.
You did.
The driver was very happy because I did not throw up. I was a champ.
I will say, I know I'm kind of on a timeline here, but I do like this. This is almost poster worthy. If one liked Iron Man, this would be poster worthy. Nice. And I like that decision that artists have to make, whether or not you show human eyes through eye holes or masks. Because you can get away with this just being black, but it's definitely, it's a choice, and it means something when it happens. Which
if I talking about one thing to say about this, I love this pose, and all of that is great. The effect behind him, that sort of magic carpet effect. See how it comes around and it circles his hand, and then it just goes behind him. Like, what's happening under this hand? I'm trying to figure out, like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, all right.
See how they decided to frame that, but then it just gone here.
He expels methane through his right gauntlet.
I guess it's only his right gauntlet. Yeah, exactly.
Because there's a buildup.
Must be. Yeah. Anyway.
So he goes into, and I'm sorry to be going through a clip here, but,
let's do it. Yeah.
So he goes into like chameleon mode. And lands down in a Renfest. And we meet Cly, which is Clytemnestra, a woman that he's apparently dating. So I guess when he got drunk, when he got sober, Obadiah Stane kicked him out of Stark. And so he started his own company called Circuits Maximus.
Circuits Maximus, that's right.
And she and her brother were part of that.
Pretty brilliant.
And so they're dating. She knows who he is, which is rare. So he's putting on his Renaissance outfit, and they're checking shit out. And there's nothing really important here. Just the fact that they're dressed like Ren Fair douches and walking through, and they see a juggler. They're excited about that because you never see a good juggler.
You're going to have to apologize to Ren Fair people now, because you said Ren Fair douches.
Let's just
do it now.
Yeah, do it now. Say you're sorry.
Over with. This is my official apology. Sorry about the Ren Fair thing. Ye old folk, who worst dost thou offended by my turkey leg chomping assholishness?
Well, good. You made it worse. That's perfect. Yeah. Okay, then.
A real hobby.
All right.
My lords.
Yes.
But there's the juggler.
Michael.
I was just saying, there's a juggler. Let's just skip to it. Like, there's the juggler, right? Let's just get to the juggler.
Yeah, that's what everyone says when they go to a Ren Fair, is they just want to see the juggler.
The juggler.
So on the next page, we find out, first, I have to read his speech. He says, "Observe, my lords, the floating spheres. The hand is quicker than the eye, for where you see only 4, I guarantee, in fact, there..." And he starts to say 5, but the balls, one of the balls smashes him in the head, and he falls to the ground. I like Tony's like, "Are you all right, man?" And Clyde's like, no, it's part of the act. And then we hear a voice off panel say, Buck Cowan. And then he looks up, he's like, "Jack, Lissa?"
Oh my God.
So we realize this is Buck Cowan. gentle best friend of Jack Russell, He-Man, adventurer, journalist.
The smart one of the group.
The smart one, the guy that we professed our love for a year in this book. He is the moral center of the Werewolf by Night comic. He is someone that we truly love, and he has been reduced to a Ren Fair juggler.
Yeah, and what? Why? Like, what is going on? Why is he out there juggling? I don't understand. It's so strange. Like, what is he doing?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Never once in all the 70s did he ever mention juggling.
That it was a hobby of his. Yeah. No,
like, what the hell?
I know. It's horrifying in a lot of ways. But Jack says, we've come to see you. Like, talk about a sight for sore eyes. And Buck hugs them. And but I like Jack gets a good dig in. He's just like, as a juggler, though, I think you make a much better clown. To which that I say, like, asshole, you nearly killed this guy. You don't get to give him shit. Yeah. Like you literally gutted this guy and he was in the hospital on death's door. So you're the friend that needs to be like, hey, can I pick up your laundry? What can I do for you?
The skiing episode?
Yeah, the skiing episode where he just
episode issue.
Yes.
Well, saga. Everything's a saga.
Everything's a saga. So it's Buck. It's really messed up.
So does anyone know, is this the final time that he has appeared in the Marvel universe?
Yes, as far as I can tell from the ways that I've looked at it, I haven't done as deep of a dive, but all the fan sites and GCD, Grand Comics Database, does not list an appearance for him after this issue. So this is his retirement, a truly great character that was never fully utilized. And he ends his time in the Marvel Universe as a juggler.
It's kind of like Mozart. He just ends up in a pit. Just throw some lime on him and we're done with it. See ya, Buck.
Yeah, it's another thing that I'm just, not super happy with the writer. But I also wonder, because there are 3 editors on this issue, I really wonder who was it that went to Dennis and Rick and is just like, okay, you're bringing back Jack. You got to bring back this guy named Buck. His sister Lissa's going to be there. Do whatever you want.
Make it work. Just fit it in. It's fine. Whatever.
Horrible.
Oh, we got this juggler character. That's perfect. Do it.
So on the next page, Cly and Tony are walking along and she's worried about his armor being safe in the trunk of his car. And he's like, hey, baby, I've locked up that armor way more trunks than you can imagine. Don't worry about it. So Jack's immediately concerned about Elaine and Buttons because, we haven't seen them in a long time.
Yeah. Oh.
And instead of getting a meaningful, fill-in on their lives, he says, older Jack, not much else to say.
Yeah.
Brutal.
He hates them.
He's a sock puppet at this point.
That's why he's at the Ren Fair.
Yeah,
I'll do anything. Just get me away from home. Tony Stark, juggle at the
billionaire industrialist, says, "Food, my treat." And there's a nice little panel of Lissa saying, "Jack, I think I know that man." There's some really nice faces in this arc. That's some of my favorite stuff, actually.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, she is dressed like Morgan Le Fay. Apparently, that's a costume you can do. And so she rushes off, and he's like, "Lissa, what are you?" And she says, "Yes, I do. Villain, hey." So she thinks, I believe, that he is Tristan, the knight who raped her repeatedly, and says, "If not thy heart, then I'll scratch out thy eyes," as she attacks Tony Stark, also in medieval costume. And Jack comes in, he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, she's been under a big strain lately." That explains everything.
He looks like a clown Zorro.
Yeah.
He does. Totally. This jaunty feather in his hat. Yeah, I know.
And Cly, with her very period accurate glasses, says, "Who is she, Tony?" And he has his hand on his chin. "I don't know, Cly." By the way, I looked this Cly person up. She doesn't last very long. Her brother gets killed. I think they're part of AIM or something, and she ends up attempting to kill Tony. In 6 issues from now.
Yeah, she blames him for her brother's death, and then I think she dies in Iron Man 216, I think. So she's not long for this world either. At all.
Wow. So I think she's actually secretly plotting against him right now as we speak. We just don't know any of this because nobody reads Iron Man.
Literally nobody.
Tony Stark's mom.
Yeah. But yeah, on the next page, Tony finally recognizes Jack. He's just like, I do know the young man. He's like, you're Russell, aren't you? Jack Russell. And then he whispers, the werewolf.
Yeah, that is like...
It's so good. And then we have an editor's note at the bottom that says Tony renewed his acquaintance with Jack in West Coast Avengers #5. But Tony knew Jack before anybody else. Yeah. So any of the Avengers. So he definitely knows Jack. So Lissa gets really angry and is just like, no man will bring harm to my brother, not while the magic is mine to command. And then, she just, she summons crazy fire and says, I shall weave thy doom, villain, by the dark hold. I shall rend thee dust to dust. I shall have thy soul. I shall. And then she kind of collapses. But she did mention the dark hold.
Yeah, so, that's cool.
Gentlemen, we're going to drink to the dark hold. That's one of our newer rules. So,
all right.
Drink to the dark hold.
Last episode, I think.
Then she collapses into Jack's arms. And Jack looks at Tony and says, I think if you know who I am, I'm maybe going to need your help. Because he's a dumbass.
And how did he get that hat from Fat Albert and the Junkyard Gang?
Yeah,
look at that hat.
I know. It's true.
So, his costume is so...
Train.
He looks like, I don't understand. He looks like he should be kidnapping Patty Hearst and
looks like
being
a weird
at
mushroom
the Ren
hat. It could be a mushroom hat. You know?
So strange.
Yes. Question. I love this upper right panel where he's like, you're Russell, aren't you? Jack Russell? The werewolf.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, okay, wait a minute. So is he going, yeah, my employee / bodyguard / android, whatever, met you, but not me. Yeah. But I know all about you. Yeah. I could pick you out of a crowd, but Iron Man told me about you.
Yeah.
So
it's
weird.
Really weird. Iron Man told me about you.
He's got to keep up the facade for some reason.
I feel like it's one of those things where everyone feels sorry for him, and they're just like, just smile and nod.
Let's be honest about this. All right, just for a moment. Let's just be honest. This whole Ren Fair thing is bullshit because it was just some weird fucking way for them to get her into the same costume as the woman.
Oh my God, you're right.
That's it.
That is the only reason for it. Now,
wait, do you mean behind the scenes or within the narrative?
Well, within the narrative, that's why they chose this, as they were like, well, if we have her at a Ren Fair, she'll have to dress in the style of what's her face, and it'll be the thing that kind of
okay.
So I'm like, but the calamity is not only do you have to dress her that way, you got to dress Buck Cowan that way. You got to get Jack Russell. You got to get everybody.
That's right.
It ends up being so stupid. Why not? Why not instead? I offer this as just an option. Why not just have her suddenly start dressing like that? And Jack is like, what is going on? That's an interesting choice. And you know what I mean? Like, let it be more psychotic in a way.
Yeah.
As opposed to
that makes a lot more sense.
You're totally right. Somewhere in my notes, I just wrote down like, no, this is, Lissa's just in her Stevie Nicks belladonna phase. Yeah. Like, there's nothing weird about this.
No, you're right though. That would have been a much easier way to get to this point in the narrative than having to shoehorn it into a Renaissance fair where Buck's a juggler.
Yeah, and then I don't have to look at this dumb like mushroom hat that he's wearing, like
falling off every word spoken.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
So I love that it's a Ren Fair, but they have some legal obligations and insurance people to keep happy. So there is a medical tent. And it doesn't ruin the illusion at all. And the first thing they say is, this is a medical tent, not a hospital, Mr. Russell. Do you have a physician? So she's passed out. Everyone's gathered around her. And they're saying there doesn't seem to be anything wrong. She's exhausted, which is a euphemism, right, for celebrities to say they're having a nervous breakdown.
Yep.
A complete examination would be in order. And then she goes, Jack. And what's she's saying something? Jack, I'm sorry. She has a cold compress on her forehead, for God's sake. I didn't mean to try to hurt anyone. And thee, good sir, now that I can see thee clearly, I can see thou art not the villain I thought thee. So she's going in and out of fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And then the nurse says, lady, this is a Wendy's. So she's still mumbling about times long past, blah, blah. Buck, is still wearing that goddamn clown hat.
Just take it off.
Just take it off.
No, I mean, he can't. It's just, that's a power for juggling comes from that hat.
I thought maybe he's not going to get paid for the day if he takes the hat off, like, or something. And he needs it. He needs this gig.
I love that he's just
the costume designer's just going for it.
I love that Tony Stark turns to Jack and just grabs him by the shoulders and says, "Look, man, I've seen a lot of magic in my time, but I have a hard time believing it. Like, dude, you got sent back in time via magic with Dr. Doom and fought this woman in the 13th century or whatever the fuck Arthurian times
It already happened.
Hey, he's still not convinced.
But I'm a scientist, sir.
You know, I mean, come on. I need more proof.
But he's saying, even though I have my doubts, I'm pretty sure this is Morgan Le Fay, like the fairy queen witch of Arthurian legend. And then Buck comes out of plastic flaps of a FEMA tent and goes, "Jack," tapping his watch, "look at the time." We drink whenever Jack has no conception of the time on a full moon.
Here we go. That's what I was talking about.
We're drinking to that. But then we're also drinking to, I'm pretty sure that's the last thing Buck Cowan says in the Marvel Universe.
Is that his last panel in the Marvel Universe?
I'm pretty sure that's his last panel, or at least his last
even
line.
Even though he didn't die, he died in our hearts and minds.
Oof.
And he's got that really, like,
strangely
erotic hat on. It's so weird. It's just so strange.
Poor
he's wearing
Buck.
tights and leather. Oh, man. I mean, come on. This guy deserves so much better.
He deserves a lot better.
I mentioned Charlton, Heston and Omega Man. Like, he should get a spear through the heart. Something. He should die heroically and memorably.
Yeah.
Not wearing juggling gear, tapping his watch outside of a FEMA tent at a Ren Fair.
No, this is where it ends. This is where it ends for him.
Oh, no.
We don't get to choose where it ends.
You're totally right.
There you go.
Voice of reason.
Bring it in.
This is just the FEMA tent. That's it.
Well, we drank to him. So, folks at home, if you're not driving or going anywhere, please have a big drink for Buck. That was a
damn right. I'm having another one.
Me too. One more. I'm not driving.
It's a buck.
On the next page, Jack is running away. He starts booking out of there because, of course, he forgot, like we said, about the full moon because he's an idiot. Tony runs after him and offers to drive him quickly away from everyone because he's basically doing that rich guy flex. Also, he's like, my car can get you away way faster than yours can.
My fucking note is rich dick car flex drink. I made a new rule apparently when I was reading this. So I'm drinking for a rich dick.
But I also love his hand out there. Mm-hmm. He was like, no.
Yeah.
Settle down, son.
Hey. Yeah. Oh my God. It's so bad. So yeah, he says he does that whole thing that we hate where he's like, Iron Man's told me about you. He's told me you're a good man. I want to help.
He's such a weirdo.
And I want to imagine like Jack's reaction and then his face there. He's just like, all right.
I know.
Let's go then.
I know.
But
do you think in the writer's mind, could it also play, all right, let's go then?
I think that's how I'm supposed to read it.
That's probably how I'm supposed to read it. Like he said, Charles Bronson
your
or something.
Better. I agree with your interpretation. I'd rather him go, okay, weirdo.
There's art moments here that I absolutely love. This panel of him saying, let's go then. It looks like Bollywood. Awesome. Like,
it's amazing.
It's just gorgeous, masculine, manly adventure comic. Like
the close-ups are fantastic.
Yeah, the close-ups are all good. This whole thing.
They're really beautiful.
They are. I mean, Rick Hoberg, he's a great artist and he's done lots of really great things. So a lot of his greatness shines through. For having three inkers, I didn't notice a ton. No, it's not abrupt. They did a pretty good job making it a real continuity.
Actually, you know what?
Art.
I'm sorry.
Maybe they did sections.
No, hold on.
Okay,
panel 2 versus panel 5. Look at Tony Stark's cheekbone and his eyes. Look at that compared to that Jack I was just gushing over and had an erection.
I know. You're right.
Yeah.
That's two different species.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. That looks like the identikit nose slid off a little bit.
What is that? What is that?
Cheekbone?
That like weird cheekbone thing.
Even in the center.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You proved me wrong. So there's that one there especially.
I like the idea of that one on the middle left. I mean, there's an interesting idea there, but I feel like if the train were the same color as the top area with the tent.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like that might have been a more a better thing. It's asking a lot of your eyes. You know, but I like the idea of it. I think it's a cool drawing
for sure.
Okay, now looking more, that same Tony Stark with the weird face.
Yeah,
and then the middle panel in the middle row of them shaking hands or whatever.
Yeah,
look at Jack's detail and his detail. That's the same inker. Whoever that is, did not ink the following panel.
But then you're right. You have the acolyte of Wally Wood inking a lot of the close-ups.
Yeah.
What are their hands doing in that center panel? Like
they're grabbing each other's elbows from below. Yeah. It's and squeezing 3 times slowly in Morse code. It means you're a superhero, right?
Yeah, that's a secret
language. Okay,
there you go. I had no idea.
Sting, right? It's like in the Sting. You just There we go. That's what they do.
So Tony and Jack are taking off, and Clyde comes over and he's just like, "Your sister's sick, and you're just leaving for some appointment." And Tony's like, "Clyde, you don't understand." And they take off, and she's mad, of course. She's just like, "You're right, I don't understand. Maybe if you just take half a moment to explain it to me."
Oh, wait. You sort of glossed over a great line. Okay. A really brilliant line here. You mean to say your sister's lying in there on the verge of a coma? I
mean, you're right.
That sounds like Uncle Philip.
Yeah.
It does, right?
That. There you go. Yeah.
Uncle Daddy Philip. No, you're right. I should have led with that line for sure.
All right, everyone, back to what?
It's like they somehow took every guilt trip Peter Parker's ever got and put it into a black hole where all gravity is compressed and it's just one black pearl of guilt.
Yeah. But
she's in a coma, sir.
But the bottom right panel is kind of cool, but again, with the colors, why not make that hat the same color as you made the rest of her? That'd be really cool.
When she was old school Daredevil colors.
Yeah, but the drawing is, I like her face, but there goes Clown Zorro and Mushroom Head. I don't know where
my issue is every time I see those glasses, I get pulled out of the Ren Fair illusion, and it's ruining. I spent $12.95, sir.
Yeah, well, look
I want to feel like I'm in oldie times.
Look at that. The rest of her outfit is great. She didn't go the extra 2 cents to buy another something, another frames. I don't know. Or just leave the glasses at home. I don't know.
I know.
See, the problem is you're the LA elite now, and you don't understand what lens crafters means for middle class and lower middle class people like us. We can't all have our frames phone in from Thailand, sir.
It is true. It is true. I know. The woman who hand carved these.
Yes.
No. Yeah. Right. These are the dirtiest glasses in the world.
We already covered this, so I don't need to say it, but we had high hopes in our community. I'm going to say community in a general sense of really hoping that the first time we see Jack Russell appear on screen somehow in a form that there would be a something that said first night. But the way it went down, I totally get why there isn't, but that is my one sadness. It's like
that just means it's still to come.
So something that says, explain that more. What do you mean?
We have since, I think, Marvel Spotlight number 2 loved this concept, this narrative conceit of there's 3 nights a week. Every issue covers usually the full moon of each month.
Right.
So you get those scenes where it's first night, second night, third night. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about that. Actually,
but it wouldn't work with your narrative at all. So
and also with the 53-minute running time, or wherever we ended up under an hour running time, you're sort of that would have been very segmented to do that, and it just
would have made it seem too choppy.
It would have been a squeeze.
It's already organic. Yeah. No, I get it.
So but
just room for improvement, I guess.
Oh no, but I have some ideas for that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Don't worry.
If you ever need an authority.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where to go.
I have 2 of them that are free. So.
I know where to go. Work for Tiki Drinks.
Yep.
That's damn right.
Goddamn right.
Same with me. Don't tell anyone else, though.
Yeah.
So we get a first night, and Jackson Payne, as he's hurtling along in Tony Stark's sports car, and he says, "Your sister mentioned the Darkhold, Russell." So we have to drink for that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this is the car that he had said,
Yeah. Way faster than whatever you can do.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. I don't care if you can.
Tony's concerned because he's like saying, "Hey, Iron Man once told me, not me, but like he told me that it was one of the deadliest books of magic in the world, and you have a connection with it." And we get a very kind of meat-faced, weird John Krasinski, Jack Russell there.
Yeah,
staring straight into our eyes,
facing shot,
soul gazing like Sting during tantric sex.
Yeah,
saying, the man had courage. I admired that. You could see the pain written on my face. He must have known what would happen if my concentration slipped. Okay, actually, this explains so much of this. Oh my God, I was so confused.
Look at his face. He looks like he's in such agony.
He does.
Wow, half of my notes don't make any sense because half of my notes are me questioning why I learned on this page I didn't know.
Oh, because you missed this page.
Yes. Okay.
That's why we're professionals.
Well, that's why this is going to be fun.
So, Jack's holding back this oncoming change, right? He says, yeah, that's me, the Darkhold guy. My father was the Baron. He translated it. He passed the curse on to us. Lissa was cured. Oh my God, this makes so much sense. Okay.
Yeah.
And
he's freaking out because he knows
explains his current situation, which is I can control the changes 27 days of the month. The 3 days of the full moon, I am not in control. Okay, wow. This makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our note-taking is going to be off. I apologize, Jacob.
Okay. No, it's okay. So on the next page is just what happens. Yeah, like you said, he explains to Tony that he needs to be locked up for 3 nights a month. And
wait, more exposition. What about your sister? Blah blah blah. And we got to get that out of the way because anyone who hasn't read Werewolf by Night, this is like coming in like a meteor from space. This issue, right? I mean, it's like
people
are reading this that are like, I don't know who these people are. They think that Buck Cowan has been juggling all his life.
Yeah, too.
So that's why now Tony Stark's got to be like, well, what about your sister? Is she also a werewolf?
They think Buck Cowan's like a Bowie protege at the pantomime school of.
Yes, exactly.
No, you're right. So Jack has to describe to Tony that his sister is cured, but I'm told she still suffers residual effects of the curse, headaches, bursts of temper, an occasional dream. But
Exposition City.
It's so funny.
Exposition City. Yeah, it
is. And so and then Tony's like, but no lycanthropy. Then why would Morgan Le Fay? And then we see that Lissa, or just Morgan Le Fay in her spirit form, appears in front of them in like this green burst of light. Boom. And she says, that Iron Man is something you'll never know.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
That kind of a thing, right? Yeah, you would get that. Yeah.
I listened to a really great podcast about that stinger.
Oh, yeah?
Michael, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
They actually tracked down where it came from.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Have you heard that podcast? Shock Horror A?
Oh,
and how it evolved from the 19th century. It's fascinating.
I love that you have you have a keyboard down there, which we can't see, so you're just magically
anyway,
oh, it's awesome. I love it. All right.
So my notes on here, I'm back on track now. Just
you're good.
I'm one off, but I'm back on track. So my notes were saying that the left panel, he has creepy doll eyes. Is that just me?
Yeah,
those are dolls. Yeah. Did you see that trailer for that doll movie?
Which doll movie?
It just came out. It's a movie about like a animatronic doll that becomes this girl's companion and ends up wanting to protect her at all costs.
Oh boy!
So it's like a Deadly Friend from late 80s, but updated to today's times.
Yeah. So some AI bot thing that is.
I'll still watch it.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding?
Anyway, so he does. He looks like that.
Okay, so Morgan Le Fay appears in front of Tony's car. There's a long scream from Lissa in the medical tent as we see cut back and forth in a very 70s dramatic style of the car going over the cliff and then it has to hit the cliff and explode immediately.
Michael has to interject.
I just want to give a shout out to Cheekbone Guy because on the previous page, he is killing it.
Oh my God, you're right. Holy shit, we went right over it.
He's totally killing it. So no, it's all good. I just didn't want to go through this without giving him a shout out. So,
but between panels 2 and 4, it is both convex and concave. How does that work?
Weird.
This is the beauty of it. It's magic. You don't know. This is
the magic cheekbones.
He's experiencing magic now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, Alyssa's woken up to a dream of Tony Stark's sports car going over the cliff and exploding. And she says, Jack! Oh, Jack! Gods, I've been dreaming again. So God's plural implies that she's still tainted by Morgan Le Fay.
Yep.
And Buck is there looking like a goddamn clown.
So he's back. That wasn't his last appearance.
I guess we get one more. Yeah,
we get one more. Not even panel.
Just from behind.
No line though.
All we can do is picture his ass.
But he's there. Yeah. Well.
But she's also seeing Morgan herself saying, "No, child, there is no dream." Huh? Who? Who am I? I am Morgan, child, and everything you have dreamed is true.
Was it? I am Morgan Fairchild.
Yeah, it was kind of right.
Basically, yeah. Especially the way that Lissa looks.
Yeah, right? All right.
So she's like, well, where's Jack? Why isn't anyone moving? So apparently she has frozen everyone with magics.
Which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
That is cool, right?
Like,
Yeah.
I like the idea of a spirit coming back or some entity coming back, a soul, and being able to freeze you and talk to you, and everyone around is like sort of then out of the timeline. I think that's kind of cool.
I think it's cool too, but then my mind says, but if they're that powerful, can't they just undo whatever is binding them to their limitations?
Yes, of course they can.
we know not to pull those threads too hard.
Of course they flew too close to the sun. I know.
It's like
you did
she
again.
didn't need to go to a Ren fair. It's like it's all of pile added to the pile. All right.
Yep. So on the next page, Morgan explains. She explains to Lissa, "We're both beyond the grip of time now, girl. All things are possible to one of fairy flesh. Even if, because of Merlin's magic, she no longer has a form of flesh to call her own. But she says that at least will change. So she says, I told you, child, I am Morgan Le Fay, and soon so shall you be." Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, then Lissa runs off, saying, Jack, where are you? And then Morgan appears to her again, saying,
wait. No, she's like,
whoa.
Okay,
what happens?
Okay, so she's running off, and then she slides in like Sherry O'Terry in the the cheerleader outfit.
Yep.
And this is like, no,
Oh, shit.
yes.
That's a deep cut.
That is a great
what
deep
is
cut.
that? Anyway, kudos.
It's so
to
funny,
that.
and she's looking like Dazzler. Like, it's just
Totally.
Morgan Le Fay looks so different on a lot of these. So yeah, so she does that, and she's saying, no, you're basically going to be me. She says, look at yourself, child. You wear my hair, you wear my clothes, you've lived the dreams of my life, you even have sought to wield my power. And so yeah, we get Lissa looking into a mirror, and I guess finally realizing, like, oh, that's why I'm dressed like this.
But again, this is cool. Like,
Yeah.
I like this. I like the idea.
It is cool.
It's a possession story. Like that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So
No, it works. It's definitely one of the story points that works really well.
Yeah,
oh
so
my
this
God,
is where
this
my
next page. Oh my God.
this page is where this page before we move on is where my Stevie Nicks joke came from, because I mean that's definitely like belladonna. Like,
Yeah.
no, I was dressing like this before, and I was loving the tunes, and then you came into my dreams. I'm like, oh my God, I am Morgan Le Fay.
Well, I mean-
I am the fairy child of cocaine.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Wildness.
I
Okay.
mean, why do we have to have that bottom panel? It makes me so sad.
I know.
I would love to skirt on, but I did skip a movie for this, so I'm gonna dwell.
Let's dwell.
So she mentions as this big flash is happening that she had tried the same move on another child of Wundagore, and it didn't work. And then we get a note from the editor saying that was back when Jessica Drew almost got subsumed or consumed by her in Spider-Woman 50.
Right.
So she's saying she was too strong for me. And I didn't realize at the time, I didn't think it through, I guess, that they had a connection until she says it explicitly, like, she's a child of Wundagore. And I forget, like, I didn't, I've never been like
That's Jess.
a huge Doctor Strange guy, I guess, like,
Yeah.
or whatever. But like, I forgot that, like, the Wundagore Mountain has Chthon, whatever that ancient god is, writing the Darkhold spells in a physical space. And so the High Evolutionary learned his craft from this ancient god's writings of what would become the Darkhold in a mountain in Wundagore. And so I forgot where I was going with that.
Well, which is where Spider-Woman came from.
Yeah, thank you.
That's her origin.
Yeah, Wundagore.
Yes.
So so I didn't realize that when she chose Jess to try and seduce her or whatever to her will, that she was connected via the Darkhold by Wundagore. That totally went over my head at first.
That's a cool connection. It really is.
Yeah.
I think it's
You
one
both
of the
knew it?
No, I didn't.
Well, I knew it from in here. I mean, once I read it here,
Right,
that I was like, oh, but
that connection
before,
you made is, I'm just making that now.
Okay,
So
Yeah.
good. It's not just me.
I'm forever in your debt. Thank you.
I just feel bad.
Yeah. But can we now please talk about the Santa Claus painting at the bottom? It looks like, Rudolph and Santa are heading towards Christmas in this bottom.
Oh, well, that's Matt, that's your next page. So jump on that one, my friend.
So we get a nice bold 3-panel page, which you don't see very much.
Everyone loves those.
I actually do. I love the way this second panel here. I love when we see Lissa wielding
that's cool.
powers.
That's cool.
That's badass.
Cool.
And the first panel starts with Morgan Le Fay's spirit form, like astral form, jumping into her. And so now she's fully possessed Lissa. She's got like fire, magical fire coming out of her arms saying, yes, yes. And then we cut to this.
What is this? It's like it's like the Marvel Christmas card from 1986.
Yes. Oh my God, totally.
What is this?
Totally
we see Iron Man
Right?
soaring like Superman and the werewolf jumping over like a horse over a corral
What is going
fence.
on here? I don't understand.
They're flying along, the full moon's behind them. And as Lissa's saying, yes, yes, as Morgan Le Fay takes her over, Jack says, no, because they have some kind of connection. And Iron Man says, are you certain you can hold back your bestial urges, Jack? And I was confused at this point because in my mind, when it's the full moon and Jack is a werewolf, he's not
Yeah, all bets were off. It's like, what?
Yeah, but he somehow says, I have to, Iron Man, for my sister's sake.
Look at his face.
This is the Peanuts holiday special version.
Look at his face. Look at it.
Oh my God.
I want proof that you're looking at it because it is like.
Can I confess that I alternately love and hate the way this artist and inker handle the werewolf form of Jack. Like,
first of all, I want this T-shirt. I want this image on a T-shirt.
Okay, can we get matching T-shirts?
Use that to sell grit. If that had been an ad, I would have sold grit.
This image is amazing. Like, I love it, but it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. The look on his face is
so
like,
ridiculous.
Oh my God. But I love it, and I want it on a T-shirt.
But if there were a reason for Jack actually being in control, like it was the start of a new moon, I would be like, cool. But they made a point of saying the full moon's coming and he can't control. It doesn't. And basically the whole mechanic is, but you're holding back the unholdable thing, right? You got the unholdable thing.
Yeah.
Well.
No, it's not making a lot of narrative sense for what we know of Jack, but what we know happens.
Now,
it looks
if we were building up like over time to a point where Jack was trying to really make to control this thing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But this out of nowhere,
but
after
I think,
how many years? What was the last time? Where was it?
Oh, it's been a while. Well, I mean, in between the Spider-Woman 50 and West Coast Avengers, it's like 3 years. I think
3 or 4 years.
Yeah. So no one even knows who this guy is. I bet.
Well, that's why I was saying earlier, which of the editors decided to bring Jack back? I would think it's Mark Grunwald because he's a continuity guy. He has an encyclopedic knowledge of Marvel, and we feel like, especially in the Spider-Woman issues that he wrote, he has a connection to Jack. So I think this is Mark Grunwald being like, I want him to come back. He's been gone for too long, which is awesome, but maybe he should have given it to different people.
Is he still around?
No, Grunwald died
he died 20 years
young.
ago or 25 years ago.
Way longer. He died in the 90s.
That's
mid-late. Yeah, so that's
a huge loss. He died at 42 or something like that, 43.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he had a heart condition.
Yeah, he did.
But
that's sad.
Yeah, it was because he was a great guy and writer. But yeah, so I really think that's him that brought this back. But let's move on to the next page. So Iron Man flies in and kind of wings Morgan.
Beep, beep.
I know. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
It's so funny. And so who recognizes him saying, you've changed your armor in the hundreds of years since we first met, Iron Man, but still you make me hate you.
So she thinks that she thinks he's not a time traveler. She thinks he's been immortal.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, no. This is a whole circle of confusion going on here.
So weird.
It is really weird. So there's an editor's note saying that these events took place in Iron Man 150.
I read
I read it for this too. Okay, it's actually kind of cool.
No, it's a good issue actually.
It's really good.
If the editor's notes just said just go with us.
Just go with us.
Yeah, he and Dr. Doom get thrust back to this time and right.
It's pretty cool.
It's a good issue. It's like a double issue.
All right.
It's David Michelini and John Romita Jr. do the art.
Early young, John. So
young Jr. But
I prefer when he was aping his dad.
I know exactly. But so they say this. We get the little editor's note.
Can I ask you something,
please?
Yes.
Do you like it when the werewolf talks?
Personally,
yeah.
No. Jacob?
I think that in the context of Werewolf by Night, the comic book, when he started talking, we thought it was pretty goofy at first.
When he was in the Marcosa house and it was like the upside down world.
Yes.
Where it was basically Hell House, a Matheson novel. I liked it because it felt weird and it felt wrong and the whole thing was wrong. Once they tried to bring it out into his post-series appearances, it just I don't know.
But that issue you're talking about, that was a different thing. They were doing a thing.
Yeah, it was a thing.
They were doing Hell House.
Yeah,
for sure.
So that was cool. But in general, doesn't it sort of ruin the whole idea of this? It makes the character sort of null and void because the idea is that there's a dual thing happening, right? And there's a intelligence and then a bestial thing, and it feels like there's no difference anyway.
And that's and I feel like, I mean, obviously that's a decision you made in the special, was to have it be like classic Werewolf by Night, to where he's like, I'm not gonna know you, like this is gonna be bad, like I'm not gonna be me, I'm gonna be this beast, I'm gonna do my best.
But if he said, imagine if he said, and I said, look, I'm going to change. I'm not going to be me, but that's fine. I'll still be talking to you. It'll be great.
That doesn't work.
I might be a little sassier and I might have kind of like a Long Island accent, but it's me.
It's still me. So we'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm with you, man.
No, it doesn't. It goes against the conceit that this is now a beast, that there are two forms, and you can't be in your bestial form and be like, could we get something to eat? That doesn't work. No.
And congrats to like Heather or whoever that was that came with the idea of like, Elsa asking like, has this ever worked? Like imprinting our scent on yourself to whatever. And he says once.
That idea
that's so
particular,
heavy.
That particular idea was Gael.
Oh God!
Really?
Yes. Dude, he thought he was just saying
so much emotional weight. I fucking love it.
I agree. And he said, we were going through the script together the night before we were going to shoot that, and we were all just kind of going through it and pitching alternate ideas and things. It was just Heather, me, Gael, and Laura, and he said, he goes, because maybe I'll sniff her just to get the sense, and he goes, and then she'll say, is it working? He'll go, oh no. And then she said, and Laura says, does it work? And he goes, and he was joking. He goes, once, but I was like, no, that's awesome. Yes. Say that. So that stuck, but that came out of sort of a bit of an improv that we were kind of just rolling with the night before the shoot.
But you're right, Matt, the weight that he delivers that line, you're just like,
amazing.
Oh, that's such a story. Like, obviously there's a tragic story behind that.
Yes.
And he does it just with one word.
Yeah. And it's Jacob, we talk a lot about the kind of classic concepts of comedy and comedy versus tragedy or whatever. Like it's that whole idea, I think it was Chaplin quote of saying like, comedy is a close-up, comedy is a long shot and tragedy is a close-up or whatever. Like basically saying, once you're involved with a person, you care about them.
Yeah.
Their ills are personal. And this is like that, where it's like, it came out of a joke that he did on set doing a run through. And then you said, wait a minute, what if, right? You spin this
the
and
tone.
It actually
what if our tone
something.
Is actually,
the joke of brushing off something painful actually is something painful that we don't need to address right now.
Yep.
And I gotta say, he's a good
actor.
It just raises the stakes. Damn it. But in his delivery of that is incredible. The way he has, there's this pause, there's this long pause before he says once, and you're just like on the edge of your feet, like edge of your seat, going, "What is he gonna?" Yeah. So that really helped a lot. And
such a heavy,
moments like that are
heavy once, man.
Yeah.
You can feel it's loaded with like, God, there's so much emotion behind it. He's such a great actor.
He is the best.
I'm so glad you chose him. I couldn't imagine this without him.
He's the best. No, me neither. I agree. I agree.
Agreed. And it's funny when the first thing that came to my mind when I thought like, oh, what is this tragic story? I just thought one thing: Topaz.
Yeah.
I knew, I just felt instinctively, I'm like, that story has something to do with Topaz.
Yeah.
Because as you know, we are huge fans of Topaz and hope she eventually ends up somewhere in this monster universe, hopefully in the
she is an awesome future. Character. Yeah.
Or whatever his Topaz is. Right. I wouldn't even want to limit it to that. Like,
no,
but that's a good callback because that's a great character. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. So, so back to the page. Lissa as Morgan is, kind of subdues Iron Man, tying him to a pole, and then we kind of have Jack come up from behind, not looking his best in that panel. Kind of the lack of definition is deafening. I don't even know how to explain
it. I know.
I don't even know how to explain it either.
He's Amigo.
Yeah, he is. He's Amigo doll that is not finished. Like he's Amigo. I know it's bad, but it's supposed to be this emotional kind of thing where he's coming up behind her and being like, Lissa. It's just
it's not. Lissa.
Yeah, it's funny.
Here we go.
It's a little soft.
It is soft.
Yeah.
So this nice panel here of this. I love this. Like, what do you call that? Taromancy. Manipulating the earth.
Yes.
Yeah. Morgan makes this giant fist come out and she grabs Jack. And is it just me or is he getting more like crude or more like Sienkiewicz or some more like that weird gargoyle?
He looks more like Wolverine.
Right?
Yeah. He suddenly looks like Wolverine or Amazing Adventures era Beast.
Beast. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
And I think we're in this earthen hand. She says, I see you are continuing to regress. I feel like there was actually an idea, because the way they drew him in West Coast Avengers 5, this, and based off of Sienkiewicz's lead, like, were they hoping to kind of make him more like, I mean, he looks more demonic. Like, he basically, the more he changes in this weird, like, 80s space,
what year is this?
The more he looks like 86. The more he looks like when Lissa became the were-demon.
Yeah,
and so I was like, wondering, they're trying
fully
to do some weird story of, like, the Wolfen thing is just like a attachment, like that. Well, that sheds away when you go back to the chthonic Darkhold evil. It's all demons. Like you are essentially a demon with lipstick on.
Yeah.
Like I was overthinking.
I don't know. I don't think anyone was thinking.
Were they thinking that deeply? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, were they really?
I wish they were,
deeply?
but I don't think they were. And so go on, Matt.
But an idea to saying you continue to regress. I mean, what's he eventually going to turn into then? I don't understand.
The thing that Lissa became in like Werewolf by Night 30 or whenever it was when she turned into the were-demon.
Yeah.
Like somehow Glitter Knight bypassed the curse of lycanthropy and just went to the raw, like, your family is cursed because you were exposed to this knowledge in a Lovecraft way. Like, you're always going to be
one of the heads
horrifying.
That we didn't, sorry about this, but you just made me realize, I think one of the heads did not end up on screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Was it Glitter Knight?
No, it wasn't Glitter Knight, but it was more related to when she turned into that demon.
Oh, that'd be cool. But now, can you confirm? So we read somewhere that someone was doing panel comparisons that one of the heads that was up in the in the study was based on the demons that Glitter Knight had
in issue 28. When he
in issue 28. Okay,
so that
is
hordes of bat creatures.
They are correct.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, they are correct. Cool. Yes, absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, I know in the comics they were a little smaller, but I just sort of made it much bigger. And
that's awesome.
I figured, because it's such a. I always thought those things were so creepy. As weird as Glitter Knight is, and all of that, it's like this weird disco, spectacle. I still love things about it, and that's one of the things. Those weird bat things were great.
That's cool.
I have to confess that there was a part of me that had a flash of like, I wonder if that's Varney, the start of the Dracula bloodline of Marvel, like the caveman era,
of course,
vampire. I hope that he and Jack have I hope Jack is older than we know and expect, and Jack has somehow fought Varney and actually killed who created Dracula. I would love, just in my little kid mind, I was like, that's what that means to me. I
had a really great conversation with Gael one day, and we were talking about the name Jack Russell, and I was like, "How do you feel about that? What's your feeling on that?" And he immediately said, "I have had so many names.
Who cares?"
Yeah, because it doesn't matter, right? He goes, "That's just one of my names."
That's so cool.
And I thought, that's really perfect. That was exactly perfect. So,
is he as cool as he seems?
He's a good really guy. Cool. He's a wonderful guy.
He seems like the most sweet, mellow, thoughtful guy. Okay.
Really fun, really funny, great sense of humor, and but very serious about the work, very serious about the work, and he has all of these ideas and thoughts, and he wants to work with you to solidify all that for him, and he comes to the set prepared, like in a character way, but also ready to just change things on a dime if you need to do that too. I found that great too. Laura was the same way. Laura could learn a whole page of new dialogue in 2 seconds. And I was like, I don't know how anyone does that. It would have been like, can we shoot this tomorrow? So so they were both amazing in that way. But his ideas were really helpful and really added a lot to the color of the whole piece.
It's cool hearing that he actually got to shape that character. I love that. Yeah. It makes me happy.
I mean, we talked early on about what I wanted, and he took that and he just turned it into something real. It's like voodoo in a way. It's like magic. I don't know how he does it.
Wow.
So
it doesn't hurt that your source character has no personality, so it's just a vacuum.
Yes. So it was there was nowhere to go but
say
up.
That.
Yeah. And I love Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. There's a version of that which is fantastic. That would have been like a Melrose Place, like a cross between totally. Melrose Place and Three's Company. It would have been
just call it Colden House.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
It'd be a great show.
You won the episode. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to this page.
What are we doing here? All right.
Back to the page. Jack's all wrapped up in this Terran claw of Morgan's, and she has whipped these power lines. That must have been what those green things were on the cover we were confused by.
Okay.
She's manipulated the material of the power lines and wrapped Iron Man up.
Yeah, because the hand is there.
Bear in mind, she is half fairy folk, so she is sensitive to iron.
Does it matter that the Jack being held by this giant purple fist is so different from the Jack on the front cover?
It matters to us.
Well, I thought, okay, yes, it does.
Yeah, I mean, just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
We usually drink for that. When the cover lies about the interior.
I feel like I've just been drinking all the time.
Well, as you know, Michael, when we come across issues like this that are not the greatest,
I know.
We make them fun. And that involves a lot of drinking and substances. And so we've all followed that rule.
I psychically called my wife in with some Westward whiskey. Thank you. Oh, that's so good. Oh, you're so good. I love you. Okay. Thanks, babe.
All right. Yeah, let's
drink.
Let's move this. We'll drink this and then let's move this to the end.
I skipped a Shaw Brothers.
This is amazing.
Hammer Brothers.
Yeah.
Fucking joint for you, brother.
Yeah.
So I actually don't mind this slowly shifting werewolf with the weird beast Wolverine things.
Yeah, I mean, within this context of the story, it's cool.
Yeah,
because he's reverting.
He's reverting and regressing in a way that we've never really seen before.
Yeah,
and it almost explains some of this season. If you want to be like that kind of like retconning, like, that's why he never looks the same twice.
Right,
he's going through these stages.
That's a good point, actually. That really makes sense.
So he gets free of this Terran fist and jumps down, and there's some crackling energy around Lissa's eyes as she says, "These physical sensations made me careless. Then I shall have to summon a power beyond your mortal strengths." And she whips up a whirlwind, which, I don't know, I've been reading The Flash since the 60s. Like, I think Iron Man can figure this out. But anyway, they start whipping around in it, and the beast is...
Storm? Is she just like...
Yeah, she's just doing like a tornado. Like she's Weather Wizard in The Flash or something like that.
All right.
Just the power of the raging wind! And they all get lifted up and then flying around, and Tony says, "Hold on, Jack. I think I can get us out of this." Like, dude.
Oh, boy.
It's 1986. I think you can figure out a tornado with a pulsar, whatever's and whatever.
Yeah. So, he throws him off. So Matt, that was my page, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So why don't you just take this next one as well?
This one or the next one?
I can just finish this one and hand off. I'm so sorry.
Oh, but then he won't have the notes for his page.
Okay,
exactly. So why don't you go to your next page, and then we're good.
So Tony swoops in, picks up Jack by the armpits, and says, "Morgan, if you're quarrels with me, fight me. There are innocents here." So he's concerned about the people.
That first panel's kind of cool.
It is, right?
I'm liking the coming out of frame and then boom and down into that.
But it's a good point. Like any of the close-ups, the panels where the panel takes up, where the face takes up most of the panel, those are all pretty solid.
Those are all pretty good.
Yeah.
So she uses her powers to make the beast turn on Iron Man, and he slashes at Tony, which, again, is good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry about this slippage here. Again,
don't worry.
One page out of order.
Yeah, you take this page.
We are going to get through this. We're going to get through this
together.
It's going to be together.
Okay.
We're going to make it. It's going to be great.
I'm glad we're here for each other.
That was our mantra on set. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
So I feel okay.
Yeah, so that's a good thing.
So the beast has gotten control over the Iron Man. He jumps on top of him and he says, "Rawr!" And Tony's saying, "Jack, listen to me. You can't hurt me. All you can do is slow me down," which I just wanted an asterisk saying, "See, Werewolf?"
West Coast Avengers.
West Coast Avengers #5, where he scratched his eyes out.
I like how he mentions that awesome Indian movie, RRR, in the panel down there. That's really cool.
It's a deep reference.
I was like, that's a great cross promotion. That's amazing.
So, Tony has this brilliant idea as the werewolf jumps down onto his chest, and he's going to take a shortcut. And he does a weird 180 and just flies over the werewolf's head and attacks Morgan Le Fay. It's just me, or that seemed way cooler in his head.
It did not work out well in reality.
And just fly over you and attack the person behind you.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Stupid.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So he grabs her and squeezes her with his, I don't know, servo motor fingers.
I know. Look at her face.
She starts
She's
screaming he's like, "Yeah, it hurts, huh? When you take a human host, you can feel pain. Not so awesome."
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, but it gets even, the next page is the most brutal one because Morgan summons fire, knocks back Iron Man, saying, the touch of iron weakens me. It's true, but more than the power of fairy courses through this woman child's comely frame.
Yeah, definitely a woman.
I was just oh boy. And then she says, "I've tested your mettle, as it were, Anthony Stark. Let's see how bravely you face up to your moment of doom." And then Jack, as the wolf, lunges at her, saying, "Rah!" and then slashes the back. Yeah. Slashes his sister's back, just like he did to Buck in the Snowstorm issue.
Yeah.
Then Morgan says, "What?" And there's just this gruesome shrip, and you can see some blood kind of coming from the back. Like this is his sister. Like this is a bad thing.
And supposedly he's
just
barely holding on to his intellect.
It's a really cool page.
So this is chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you're right.
So wait, are we saying that Jack is driving all this action at this point?
I think half and half.
He kind of made it sound like to Tony, I can keep it back to a dull murder.
Okay.
Am I wrong, Jacob?
No, I mean, there's no point where we see are confirmed that he's now animal. So maybe I guess you're right.
Yeah, but
he
Morgan
stopped speaking. He
stopped speaking, and Morgan sets him against Tony.
Killing. It's the middle ground, literally.
Yeah, right. It's the middle ground, but I still think he's kind of in a berserker mode when he slashes his sister's back.
Yeah, I think so too, because he's going for Iron Man, and Iron Man goes over him, and then he's coming back, and he ends up, she's in the way, so he just claws her.
That's right.
I thought he would. I read this wrong. I literally thought he was trying to scratch her to wake her up or break those.
I don't think so, because that's a brutal way of doing it. I mean, she's injured.
Look on the next page. She says, "Gods, Jack, your own sister."
Yeah, but I thought that was like a demon, like switching faces and just mocking you emotionally, like, "Oh, you'd attack me, your own sister."
I didn't read it like that. I really think that Jack kind of went berserk, clawed his own sister, and that kind of shocked Morgan out. Like, oh my God, I didn't expect you to do that. That's why I possessed your sister.
Oh, okay, I read this totally differently. Wow, that's trippy. Okay,
ultimately, it's her fault. I mean, she's the one that regressed him, and then
Oh, no, you have a point.
And I don't know what her plan was at that point.
That's why I assumed.
Yeah.
I mean,
her motivation never made sense to me this entire issue.
I'm going to turn you into something more uncontrollable.
Yeah.
I already had a talking guy. I could have reasoned with him and, then poked him in the eye, knocked him over. It would have been fine. But once he goes into beast mode.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know.
Well, she wanted to host because her physical body couldn't leave her castle. That was part of the curse.
Right.
That's right.
But so she astrally came here. I don't know.
I think what this reveals is that this narrative is maybe not as well crafted as some of the other comics.
I thought she intended to permanently take over Lissa, like body and soul.
We could do a whole other episode of what would we do to make this better? Let's rearrange some of the puzzle pieces.
There's a light. That's a big whiteboard with lots of stuff written on it.
But I think there's a fun thing here because I think the concept is great. Like this idea of this person coming from the past and possessing somebody in the present, and
it's like
they're cool. All that stuff. I love
that's all really great. It's just it's the order of events and the way in which things lead to the other that are a little but
agreed.
The pieces don't fit together as well as they should.
Well, take us home, Matt.
Here we go.
So on the last page, Iron Man's charging towards Morgan, who has revealed herself, and he says, "Gosh, Jack, your own sister." And she's swarming astrally out of Lissa's body, saying, "I'll not be beaten. Do you hear me, demon of Wundagore?" Which is where I got that new epithet. And Lissa seems to be waking up, saying, "Jack, Iron Man." And Morgan says, "I will never die." And she collapses, Lissa, into Iron Man's arms, says, "Help me, please." And Buck, final appearance of Buck, this page, he says, "Iron Man, what happened? Is Lissa?" And he's holding like a universal victim, saying, "Not yet." And he sits her down and says, "But she'll need an ambulance right away. It's her brother we can do nothing for, but pray." And he's thinking this because, good theme there. Poor Jack. On this last panel, we see where he actually is. He's atop a cropping of stones among the trees on the California coast. There's a full moon, partly shrouded by cloud, but mostly revealed. And in silhouette, we see one lone werewolf reach out one solitary claw, aiming to reach his lunar goddess. And the copy says, "And in the night, in the hills of Agora, California, the werewolf for that night and the 2 nights to come could only climb the heights and bay at the light of the moon."
Cheers to that.
Nice improvisation.
Great end theme.
Oh, that's pretty funny. There we go.
I'm sorry to tell you that we get writer's credit on that one. I apologize.
Well, that's that's the life and death theme from Lost. So that's, but it felt appropriate to just like, behind this pathos.
Oh, that's great.
If we get demonetized for that, I'm going to be talking to you about it, though.
Yeah, that's what YouTube is going to ding us on that one.
No, you know why? Because
like,
they won't be able to identify that with an existing recording of it.
Okay,
That's how it works.
Gotcha.
That's how they work. It's like they'll look for existing recordings and things like that, and they'll be able to match those algorithms. But if you just play it live,
Stupid
like that,
robots.
yeah,
No,
dumb robots. They don't know what they're doing.
So yeah, that's the issue.
So we do have a letter here. This is says, "Dear Mark, Iron Man 209 was awesome. Iron Man and the Werewolf by Night? What next? I love the way Jack is learning to control his beastliness. Is that even a word? Last time I saw the Werewolf was West Coast Avengers #5. How about putting Rhodey back in the armor and changing his title to Iron Men? Or changing the title to Iron Men. I love the idea of the space station. Tell Iron Man to smash AIM before I smash them first. John Shea, Louisville, Kentucky."
All right. Well, first, I love that kid's chutzpah. I love it. It's great. I mean, that's amazing. Like,
there's a lot of chutzpah in Kentucky.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that he was just all in on it. All right. I mean, it wasn't an issue for me, but I love that somebody got something out of that. And that's fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really hope that guy was 11, though. That would make me feel.
Oh no! Sorry, I didn't read the last line. It said 32 Iron Union, whatever, something, Pennsylvania. Yeah, he's an Iron guy. He's like
all
40.
right.
That's cool.
No, it's good. It's good. I mean, I like the positive letters. We like the positivity, and even in issues like this that are total fucking train wrecks, we always at least have fun talking about them.
Yeah,
so.
And it makes you realize that even if we find whatever we find in it that we don't like, that other people love it, and that's what's great about art, right? Like art is up to whoever's viewing it and ingesting it. All of those things. It's up to you. It's great. I love it.
That's what I love about it.
Matt and I were both, reading a lot of comics in the early to mid 80s, and this issue definitely fit context-wise with what was going on. It was a kind of a mishmash of nonsense, but if you're young enough, it's kind of fun.
Just fun.
So, yeah. So, like I said, like you were saying, Michael, we've talked a lot about our thoughts on this issue throughout the entire episode. But if you were to have some final thoughts, what would you say about this issue? We always ask our guests first.
I thought it was it was hard to believe in its reality. I didn't get it. I was like, this doesn't make sense because for many reasons, I don't know. But I enjoyed the concept. The concept kept me going. That was the whole thing. Like, this is easily a comic that you could have just like thrown away and been like, gotten 3 pages in and just been like, nope. This is ridiculous. But this idea of this someone coming from another place and possessing you is pretty cool. So that kept me going through it. So it's not all bad. I mean, they did, and there's some really great panels, some really nice close-up stuff. But I'm just left with a lot of question marks over my head. So
yeah, I'd have to agree. It's not a stellar issue. There are lots of storytelling problems, but I gotta say, after the last 10 issues that we've read, just the fact that we got to see Lissa. Yeah. And I know Buck was a juggler. I know, but even just seeing Buck made me happy. Him. It wasn't, No. It did, I got a very emotional reaction just because we got so attached to Buck.
Well, but let's give him this. They gave the last frame that you see Buck as a hero shot. That's pretty amazing.
That's true. Okay, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
It wasn't just his ass. It was
his whole back. It was the back of his head, and you saw he was still wearing that green hat. And I thought that was really awesome as a last, parting shot of old Buck. So,
Well, Michael, it's up to you now to bring Buck Cowan somehow back to do him right.
Give him some dignity.
So just file that away in the back of your head for the next project.
He needs some dignity for sure.
Yeah, we'll have some casting ideas on that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would love to hear it. I mean, I'm sure Brad would have a good take on that.
Yeah, I mean, he is the best at casting.
He really is. He's quite
everybody.
good at that. I always enjoy his choices for the characters.
Yeah. If I could say, man, he could use a job there. You should give him some project.
No, he seems like a
Bradness on the
smart guy. Yeah,
a guy who could do a grindhouse take on some small character. I'd
love to see some like 70s grindhouse ghostwriter or something from him.
Yeah, we love Brad.
Say, why don't you just do a nice grindhouse Howard the Duck?
Oh goddamn!
I still am waiting. I'm waiting what they're going to do with that. I know something's going to be done, but I'm very curious what it's going to be.
Who knows? I mean, that's a tricky one, right? But
no, it definitely is.
So I don't know how this stuff works. Like, did you put some kind of stake in the ground by having Ted in your special? Like, do you get to control how he appears?
Not necessarily. No, I mean, you hope that you can kind of keep a continuity with what you want to do, and as you go forward, if we're lucky enough to go forward with anything. But I feel like if there's a need for him somewhere else, he's part of the fabric now. So, in the same way that in the beginning, if we were feeling like, oh, wouldn't it be great if Spider-Man were in here and everyone agreed, then it would happen, But it's got to be one of those things that everyone is on board with, I think. So it's not just a foregone conclusion that you can use whoever you want.
Fair enough. Okay. I've just been hearing a lot of people who don't read the comics, didn't know the character, seen the special, said he's a kind of a breakout character. Like he's the Groot of the Dark Universe. So it's like you already have people who,
and
Baby
that's
Yoda
great.
and shit who are like, I love him, I want to hold him so much. He's like,
I know,
Totoro.
So funny, right?
And I love that, but it's all the more reason to be super careful about how you deal with that character and what you do with them. And it actually is way more responsibility when they love a character as much as they do, and I'm thankful and I love that, but I want to be also very super careful with them.
Honestly, man, I feel like personally, Gerber and you are the two people I would trust with this character. Like to not, I don't have to keep up at night wondering if it's going to be handled poorly. I feel like the two people that would give it the most love are you and the creator.
Well, thank you. I absolutely love that character so much, and everything it means and stands for. It's just the greatest. Yep.
So just to be clear, when the Happy Meal comes out, I get a bunch for my daughter. They're inbox. They're sealed in some open.
No. We made the deal.
Cool.
So
I'll cut that out.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So the Man Thing bowl game this year was really good. Georgia looked great.
Do they still sports? I don't even know what it is. Do they still make Happy Meals?
They do, and they actually returned the ones from '94, I think, that are the Happy Meals that came in. There was a pumpkin. There's like 3 different shapes, and they were solid. Like you could use them again as lunch pails.
Yeah,
they're doing them again. It's a revival, a throwback.
Ooh. Okay, all right.
So if you have kids, or you don't have to.
I don't. I mean, I have 3 kids, but they're
you do.
Old.
But I want them.
They're all old.
Yeah, mine too.
I want every Halloween toy that I can have.
Actually, my kids would probably go to McDonald's for a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
You can just go through the drive-thru and say, I want each Happy Meal toy, please, and then we'll just charge you pro rata.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to eat the food?
No, you have to buy any food.
Oh, wow.
You can buy the toys.
I'm listening.
So I would do that. Although it's easier, get out of your car and go inside and tip them when they do it, because they do have to dig through a bin of toys, and it's a whole thing.
Oh,
so I would tip them. They do appreciate that. I've done this many times, if you can't tell.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, you'll have to show us your collection one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some crap. Step right up and win some crap. So, on the Bodo Show this week, we're going to be talking about The Boy Who Cried Werewolf from 1973. Kind of winding down on werewolf movies to watch.
I haven't seen
Kerwin Matthews. I was telling Jacob earlier, it feels like a TV movie, but it's not. It actually ran in theaters. So it's something. You can see it for free on YouTube if you want to find it.
Yeah.
And as far as The Urge for Scourge, that will be part 11. We're talking about Captain America 318 with Blue Streak. You're doing that one, right, Jacob? We're transitioning into the capsule reviews now.
I will help you with that one.
The Scourge is really doing stuff now. Once he killed a lady wrestler, she got real.
Yeah, shit did get real. So no, I'm gonna be there for you on the ride. And we'll probably talk about that. We still need to talk about Moonshine, the comics that we read,
yes,
which are really, really great.
I like that run. I love that
book.
Oh, it's so good. Brian Azzarello. Yeah.
The art is incredible.
Wundagore-related or something.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it so much.
Yeah, we did too.
I read it twice. I liked it so much.
Too, I know.
In one checkout from the library.
It's great.
So let's talk about that too.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we had a listener of the show, sent us copies of that and really wanted us to go through it. And that was a while ago, and so
it was a long time ago.
We still need to do that. So for sure.
Because we want to catch up to Image's new book, Sergeant Werewolf or something. Sergeant,
is that really the title?
Is there a new one? I don't know.
I think there is. Yeah.
Is there more than one?
I don't think so. No.
I mean, of this idea.
I didn't think so. No.
Okay. Yeah, Sergeant Werewolf is what I'm talking about. Black Caravan premiere. I bought this digitally. It came out 1 week ago.
Okay. Well,
Black Caravan. I guess I don't know what that is.
We'll definitely have to check. That's our deal.
Scout Comics.
Okay.
I like Scout Comics.
Yeah, we'll check that out as well.
So yeah, I bought that. So you and I can review it and
cool.
But not this week.
No, we'll do that next week.
Cool. All right. Let's do the thing where we say goodbye to him and then do our business.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Business.
Okay.
Yeah. And I guess you can use my name again now if you on the thing.
Really?
I know. Well, we haven't. But
now the cat is out of the bag.
In the credits, like in the shout-outs and stuff? We can do that?
Yeah, I mean,
we can?
Yeah,
okay.
Why not? Yeah. I mean,
that's fun.
I mean,
We danced around that for a long time. We were just
almost like 2 years.
Yeah,
now
we were just like, nope.
All right, everyone knows we're seeing each other. It's fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Cool.
Well, do you want to do them fresh now or not, Jacob? I'm fine either way.
Either way is fine by me.
Do it.
It's kind of fun if you just got permission to,
Okay. Well, Michael, we're gonna do it in front of you then.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. This is amazing.
I started last time, so it's your turn.
Okay. So I get all right.
Wait. Before you start.
Yo.
Jackson T. Overstreet.
Yeah.
What a fucking name.
No.
Right?
What a fucking name. Like that name is gold.
It's a great name.
It's the greatest. And then he called in, didn't he?
He's called in a couple times.
He's called in, yeah. So, I mean, that is awesome. Anyway, that's it. Go ahead.
No, he's
that's
awesome.
all I have to say. Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of each show, we like to give shout outs to our patrons who subscribe to us at different levels on patreon.com/werewolf by night podcast. First, we have our star gods who subscribe at the highest tier, who are people such as our guest tonight, Michael Giacchino. Yeah.
This is the first time we can actually fully credit you for your support of the show. You have supported us from literally day one.
Day one.
I've got a lot out of this. This has been amazing, and I just loved hanging with you guys for the last 2 years, even though we never knew each other, but now we do. And it's been great. So thank you for all the work you put into this. It's so fascinating. I love it.
Thank you. And it's so nice to be able to come out and just admit that you've supported the show from the beginning, because we just always said, Michael G, a respect for you and your relationship with your employer. So,
and we were afraid of the Disney snipers, so we didn't want anything to, we didn't want to anger them.
Red lights in my retinas.
I know.
Other star gods are like Josh Link,
Jackson T. Overstreet,
Ryan from Across the Bifrost,
Mark Nivens,
Eric Hadley.
And then, we have our pack members who subscribe at the $5 level, which is Tim Tucker.
A great writer of werewolf books, by the way.
Yeah, amazing author.
Some of our listeners on our Discord page have jumped into Tim's books, and they've been so stoked they've bought the entire trilogy. So he's a great horror writer. We love him. Tim Tucker.
Brian from Marvel by the Month.
Blake, last name withheld.
Jeff Fitzpatrick.
Caleb.
Ben M.
Michelle from Moonlight Comics.
Rob Haferman.
Russ from Tomes of Evil.
Brad Michael Elmore.
Johnny Turner.
Tony Iupi.
Jared Svedas.
Brink.
Bill from Long Island.
And David D.
You folks make the show great. Thank you for your support. Michael, you especially.
No, thank you. It's just a blast. Again, it was just wonderful to be in your brains every week. and just hearing you chat about this, and I got to learn a lot about the artists and the writers and areas that I didn't know about. So huge thank you.
So this is where we normally say like, so what are you working on? But that's probably not a.
Hey, this is the first time in I don't even know 20 some years that I am not working on really anything at the moment.
That's a fixed break, right? It's like a year or two, or what?
Nobody knows.
Oh, you don't know?
Nobody knows.
When I say fixed, I mean like
I didn't. It's not like I blocked it out. I have a couple things next year. I have one thing next year and one thing the year after. For music, but outside of that, I have nothing. So
damn.
Okay. Just hanging out. So
you know how the two of us and billions of other people and some critics feel about the Marvel Monster Universe as it stands right now today. So we have stuff we would love you to work on in the future.
Well, I hope so. That would be really fun. This was a blast doing this, and I loved working with everyone on the team. Crew was great, cast was great, everyone at Marvel, so much fun. So, we'll see what happens. There's a lot to figure out. Who knows? In the meantime, I'll just be making sandals, and I'm trying to learn how to cut leather and make sandals, and I'll sell them on my website to just sort of like make up.
Horny right now.
This is a scoop right here.
Okay, no.
Michael's becoming a cobbler.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
Okay. So you go find yourself. Okay.
Yes, and I'll then we'll reconvene.
We'll hike through 3 Sherpas to get to you when we have some news about the comics world.
Yes, that would be amazing. That'd be amazing. Coming through the snow. Nice shot of you coming. That'd be great. I love it.
So, your socials. Do you care? I mean, I don't know. Do you want to share those or not?
I don't care. I'm on Twitter.
You can find him.
Instagram.
We follow him. He follows us. We talk.
Yeah.
And if you want to find him, you can.
That's easy. Yeah.
Super simple.
Yep. Be nice, everybody.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Well, that's been the biggest shock of everything is just how nice everyone has been about the special.
I was worried. It was
weird.
So weird.
I wanted people who don't like happiness to come in and ruin it, and they didn't. Then we went down to LA, and I wanted all the sour, shitty Hollywood people to ruin it, and they were all the sweetest people I've ever met. Yeah. And then we hung out with you, and you were the nicest guy ever. And then people saw it, and they said nice things about it online. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I think maybe we slid into a different parallel universe or something.
That's okay.
I've been in a very happy place the last week.
Yeah, we deserve it. We need a break.
Yeah, it is nice. No. It's super nice. Yeah.
It's been a long 5 years. Totally.
Yep.
So Michael, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you. You said on record many times here that you would do this again, so it's kind of like a verbal contract. So it
is a verbal contract.
No, I would love to do it again. Just reach out whenever. I'm happy to do it. It's really fun. So this is what I live for. So let's do it.
Awesome.
We've been open about the fact that when we change to Bronze Age monsters in the new year, we will be doing Son of Satan for that first season. But after that, we're doing what we're calling the Bronze Age buffet, and I would love to have you on any of the Son of Satan, but also on any of the Bronze Age stuff, which is the Golem, Living Mummy, Brother Voodoo, all those guys that didn't get their own books. We're doing them all one big epic season. So
absolutely
cool,
100%.
Awesome.
Count me in for each one.
Michael, you are the best.
So much.
You are a
you
legendary. You're one of the Beatles at this point. I mean, but if Brad is Billy Preston, you're George Martin. I feel like you're the brains and the heart and the grown up.
All three. I don't know about the grown up. I think that's the only way.
He's not a grown up at all.
That might be a stretch. About him. That's a stretch for sure. But it's all good. But this was a blast. Yeah. And hopefully we'll see you up soon in Portland.
Really hoping so. Thank you so much.
It'll happen.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening this week. Till we meet again at the full moon, furry ones. Here's howling at ya.